Go and watch the game. Hello. But why? Why do you need to be fast to play against Barry? Ooh, Lord Terrical. So we're just gonna watch this match. We are supposed to have this stream today to watch the match between Neutrals and also ykit. It is actually just part of a friendly best of 3 using WTCOC formats. But for now, let's just check out this match between Penguin as we wait for another around 30 minutes for the other set to start. This is the friendly we're talking about. Both of them are already registered. So let's go. So I'm just gonna post this in the Malaysia's group. Just my mouse. Post that. Okay, so let's look at this very quickly. Penguin is actually in quite a bad spot over here because he could get dragged in, which is why she decides to actually close the cap immediately. And then we have a cap from, ooh, this is actually a pretty interesting placement here from Ango, deciding to leave a city cap open. This could be another issue for Penguin. So if she has any tiles, she most probably have to move it to the left, to the right. But then also slightly problematic if a triple city with a road comes out, which is there's one left, it could be very complicated. That's not really a full block, so it does not really makes a huge difference. And I think that's okay. So Penguin decides to okay. I was thinking maybe it's actually better for Penguin just to close this and put other meeple there. But then it could also complicate her completing either city. Right. So now Penguin sets up this as such. A block has started here. Not really a block, it's still relatively safe. So now this whole thing might most probably be Penguin. So as Angle, most probably have to meeple this very soon. Angle goes for this. And yeah, so right now Penguin has to do something about this spot, especially yes. So okay, that works as well. Yeah, that works as well. There is another way whereby she can just like wait for Dorito and just take out the city cap. But then this works as well because right now there's a city cap here which could be to the benefit of. But then I guess if you take the city cap here, you also complicate this to the same tile which is required for here. So that's not ideal. Let's see. Okay. So a field here. Pretty much an unblockable spot at this point. There's still the monastery. Oh, okay, so he's forcing a monastery spot, which I think it is not necessary. I think this is a bit too much of a variance. Might be risky actually to do something like this, because it was relatively safe, and now you're gonna flip two 50-50s, right? Which again, you're most likely going to be able to get it. He gets it immediately, so it's actually super fortunate for him to be able to do that sort of sequential moves. As Penguin, do you go here? No, she goes here instead. And I think Angle most probably will do this right now, right? Yeah. So understandable because this is also another spot. Oh, and this is actually a nice block then, right? Penguin decides to do this, which I'm not so sure how much I like it because there's a very likely chance that there's another invasion over here if Angle gets a tile. Uh, okay, so it's setting up a block. Penguin couldn't defend, unfortunately, so she's just going to build this. The block most probably is completed here. But Angle does not have a maple left, so he might be very tempted to do this. But he goes ahead for that. And now Penguin, you most probably just do this, right? Because, ooh, hold on, she decides to go here. Is it because there's no more dagger tile? Left-hand dagger, 1, 2. There is one more left-hand dagger, which means that this is still closable. But then it could be attacked very easily, especially now. But she could have defended it with this tile directly, right? So I guess low risk play here from Penguin, or maybe she's just waiting for Dorito tile and then a triple city. But the triple city last one most probably is already out, so she will need a cap here first, and maybe like a Dorito road. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Dorito road could work. Oh no, 4. There's only one Dorito road left, so this would most likely still not actually complete with the blocked. Because I think there is still a splitter. Is there still a splitter? There is still a splitter. So Penguin can actually close here first if she's able to. Actually, maybe, okay, so she closes there. I was thinking maybe like if she wants to complete this, it might, is it still possible? We're talking about field Dorito. It's actually very possible. It is very possible because there is still field Doritos left. 1, 2, 3. So there's 2 more field Doritos. So what could work is Penguin can hope to get a splitter and also another farm invasion. And also a field Dorito. But now with this, I think this city is most probably dead. But even if the city is dead, right, like Penguin is most probably going to be winning the farm. And yeah, so the field is okay. Okay, so is this a full block? This might be a full block. No, there's one more tile left for this, which gives no, actually no, 1, 2, 3, and no, there's one more tile for it. Yeah, correct. So just throw here, right? At this point, throw here, and just hope to be able to close that. Is this still closable? This is no longer closable. With a triple city with a field, not possible. So very fortunate here for this, being able to get back another monastery. So Ango is actually in a very, very advantageous position right now with 2 monasteries, a field, a farm lead, and potentially a field lead as well, actually. But it's still not too bad. Still not too bad. We cancel these 2. We have 2 monasteries, so it's around like 18 points. The field itself is currently penguins, but then there is a chance that if the invasion happens, that penguin can actually re-invade again, but she's setting up the block, and which is necessary. So as Ango, do you go here? It's relatively safe to do so, but then penguin can just drop another field here, I guess. Most probably not going to be the case, but this is definitely going to be the case. But then there's a momentum move whereby if he gets the curve road, he'll bring his own farmer in and also bring his and also take this road, which is Penguin's road. Angor has a Dorito, so most probably he's going to build his own stuff. Does Angor need the field to win though? He might still need the field to win. Then we canceling these 2. There's 2 points here, but there is 18 points and there's 16 points in terms of the field. 3, 4, 5. The farm is only 15 points though, so Angor is definitely still ahead by around 10 points or so actually. So Angor is actually in a very, very comfortable position right now. Penguin needs to be able to do something, and I think she needs to go ahead to take the field immediately after. She cannot do it. Very unfortunate. Maybe she can set up a block. That's actually a good idea, to set up a block so that if Ango goes ahead to take the field, she can actually complete the block and maybe retain his her farm instead. Right. So I think that would be the no. I don't think that's good enough. Ango most probably goes here and take a no. No. I don't think that's a good. And Penguin most probably gonna go here, right? She needs to take the field right now. Is there a T-junction block still? 1, 2, 3. Oh, is there no more curves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, maybe there's no more curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, she's taking the field. So this is still a trap. And I think she's just going to start blocking off. She's blocking this. It's not enough, right? Yeah, it's not enough. Penguin might have to actually drop the fields here, the city caps here. She goes with this, which does not really do enough. She gets another triple Dorito. And then, oh, there's no more curves, no wonder. But I think Ango will still win this. Ah, Penguin gets the last curve. So, yeah, definitely too much points there for Angor after the monastery moves. Right. So good job there for Angor to take a win off Penguin. And let's check out whether the players are on. Both ykit is on, but Neutrals is not on. There's like a 5 minutes, if I remember correctly, there's a 5 minutes time leeway. Apparently Neutrals is not online, so we're always a bit concerned about whether he's going to make it for the match or not. Ay, ay, ay. So this is the WTCOC page. The teams are actually pretty interesting though, the classification, if I remember correctly. So we have very, very strong teams in each group. Yeah, very, very strong team in each group. Not too sure which one is a group of death. I'm not too sure whether there is a group of death. Group A is relatively straightforward, I feel. Depends. We don't know how well Australia and Finland is going to perform. Hungary is third place. Catalonia is always a force to be reckoned with, and Hong Kong can be an on and off. So it's very hard to sort of anticipate how good they will be. Is Neutrals on yet? She's not on yet. Ay ay ay. It's 9:30, and Neutrals is not on yet. Oh my god. Well, the problem is this, right? Is that if he does not come on soon, I have to remake the tournament again. And I remade so many tournaments for him for the past few days. Let's message him. Let's give him a call. Hopefully that missed call is good enough. We have to wait for 5 minutes to see whether anyone joins up. If Neutrals joins up. Otherwise, yeah, how about this? Neutrals needs to be a bit more punctual. Darn it. Where the heck is Neutrals? Is he going to join this or not? Like, if you're not planning to join this, then I mean, like, it's good that you sort of agree to it, but at least follow up on it. This is what I'm so pissed off about sometimes. Where is neutrals? Oh, someone's watching, but where is neutrals? Where is neutrals? Come on, you agree to this. Okay, he's online. Okay, we're gonna have a game then. Right. Okay, so the game has started. Let's go. Okay, so it's 15 minutes on the clock for each player, best of three. So we're gonna see how both players fare. I think neutrals has been getting better recently, but I think that she still has to improve in order to get even better. Um, but we'll see what happens here. So neutrals is the starting player, getting a triple city with a road. Mapling the triple city. The thing is, right, I'm always on the fence about this sort of move because, in my opinion, right, like an attack is most probably going to happen, right? So which is why, right, sometimes I feel like I'm not too sure whether this is the correct move, but I feel like I prefer to put the cities on both sides instead and the road upwards. So in case an invasion happens, I can actually invade the other side. But I'm not too sure whether that's the best. Um, the thing about this, right, is that if let's say ykit was to meeple the city to tie up, then neutrals has a very nice 4-point road. So I guess maybe if you have a triple city with a road, it might be better to do something like this. Yeah, than the other way around, right? And I think if you're neutrals, you maybe should just go here and just take the city, or do you go here to take the road? Oh, so he goes ahead with the city. And now, if you're ykit, do you go here? Most probably you go here and take the road, yes. And okay, understandable. So he's going to bring in this meeple as well, but now ykit most probably going to tie it up again. So this is a very interesting start whereby all the caps are contributed to this one city, which is not too certain whether it's going to complete or not yet. So neutrals gets the curve road in order to complete the loop, the loop around, yeah. And ykit gets another dagger tile. This is the second dagger tile, so I think it's most probably just going to start his own city. Most likely here. He could do something like this, but this might actually be problematic later. Then we have vertical splitter. Oh, okay. So this is still okay. This is actually relatively safe because there's the quadruple city is already out, so there's no more ways to invade this. So this city is most probably going to be, yeah, it does not. Ooh, you should not meeple that. I think if you're meepling that, then you have to get this right. So this city, okay, so he didn't meeple it. No, this allows another attacking spot, right? So that was not good. Yeah, now the attack might start here, and I think ykit should attack. But then okay, so there is a chance that he might get blocked out if, let's say, neutral closes this. So he have to play defensive for at least one turn. This is not an issue. And I think okay, so he went for this instead. No, I think he might have actually needed to go here. Um, if he wins the city, right, he's most probably going to be faring pretty comfortably for the rest of the game. Right, so I think maybe I would have actually attempted, and it was possible. You see, it was possible to set up the attack, right? It was possible. He could have actually attacked and most probably win the city itself, right? So sometimes, right, early game, right, you want to maybe like it's actually relatively okay to take risks like this because number one, you have more defensive tiles. Number two, the joining tiles are also most likely going to be there, so it is relatively safe to do stuff like that, right? So he goes ahead with this, which I don't quite agree with. I think it was more urgent to close this because triple city could go like this. City can go like this to force him into a final dagger position. But then it's okay though because there's still one more dagger, so it's going to be like a 50-50 coin flip. And to be frank, I don't think I would even see he would have won this, right? I don't think I would have actually even done this either. But let's say if the next turn, right, the city dagger goes to neutrals, then this city is stuck, right? So that could have been a good there. So slightly concerning because there is a way to block this out, and there is only one more starting tile. One, two, three. Three starting tile is already out. So a city tile here would be devastating. But then it's still relatively safe though, because if Whitegate was to do something like this is open for attack, right? So it's not ideal for him to set up the block right now. In fact, he might actually even want to block from the top. That could work, but it's a left-hand dagger, which is a lot more than the right-hand dagger. So the right-hand dagger, that's the last one. And now this becomes a problem, right? No, this is a left-hand dagger, sorry. So that would not be an issue yet. But regardless, you still have to sort of address this, because if Neutrals was to close this, he'll most probably drop a farmer immediately. So a road has to go in, or some sort of interruption has to happen. I think ykit most probably is just going to extend his city. That is most likely. Oh, he goes for this. Right, it's still, yeah, that is still okay. He's waiting for a blocking tile. So the block is complete. Unfortunate for neutrals not being able to defend it. But that's why I was sort of thinking maybe slightly concerning that move. This does not work. This does not work. If you want to do something like this, you have to meeple it. It does not work because the Dorito tiles are still in excess right now. There's still a lot of them. So that is not going to block. In fact, right. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. So he's going to try to join this, and now the last starting tile is out. So we have the right-hand dagger and also the starting tiles are all out. So this game will become more interesting because the other cap with the road, there's only two more left as well. So this game will be very interesting now that blocks are more effective, especially from the left. What is that for? So he take the 5-point road. This road most probably going to be stuck actually. Actually, maybe not. There is a way to sort of close it T-junction, T-junction. For all 4 T-junctions are still available, so it's relatively safe. ykit most probably is going to join this, right? This is why this does not work. It's just giving away a tile to your opponent actually. You might think that, oh, I'm delaying him from completing it, but he has the tile, right? I guess the only thing which this sort of move would work if let's say he does not have a tile, he doesn't have a meeple, sorry. He doesn't have a meeple, then you are delaying him greatly by just putting a tile there and also maybe meepling it, right? So he managed to rescue one part of it. And ykit most probably is going to try to complete his own city. So who's ahead on the board right now? I guess the ykit, if it completes this, will be in a more comfortable lead than neutrals actually. So, and neutrals also has more meeples stuck. One of it basically. So, but in terms of start meeple, it only matters sort of if you're behind and also sort of if you are there's a big farm, right? You don't want to have a stuck meeple. Right. So no. He's gonna get complicated again, right? He's gonna get blocked again. What's ykit? What do you do? Right, this is gonna go into this same situation again. So I don't agree with that move. I think maybe just force it upwards would be better. Yeah, now this also could happen, which will block him into, and now he has to go here for sure. It's sort of defensive actually. But if he goes here, a Dorito here would be devastating, right? Because it will bring this guy in and also tie this up, right? So does ykit go ahead with this move to try to tie up the road? Might be necessary actually. So if you think about it, right, triple city here or Dorito here will cut off this, will kill this, and also we also kill this unless neutrals gets a splitter, which there is still splitters. Both of them must do that. right? So this might not be as good as he thinks of it to be, right? And the other thing about this is, which I don't like as well, is that it limits your chances of re-attacking this city, especially if it's going to be invaded. So let's imagine the whole scenario, right? If let's say ykit was to go here with a city cap and Maple the city cap, at least you have another option here to sort of interrupt, to sort of make it more complicated, to sort of reinvade, you know. But with this, it becomes a lot harder to complete the reinvasion, right? So definitely would not even like consider putting anything here. You know, maybe just putting it outwards, but still you're also sort of limiting your own chances of reinvasion of the city. So that might not be that good either. So maybe just go here and attempt to invade the top city. That might have actually worked better. So he decides he does not even bother with the road, which I think might be a mistake actually. Yeah, it might be a mistake. I do think that the T junction here would be strong because we know that all the starting tiles are already out, and we also know that the right hand dagger is also all already out. So the only way to close it is with a T junction, right? Cap, and there's only two of those left, or even to maybe extend the city itself, right? So the chances of actually closing this with a vanilla cap is actually a lot higher than with the roads cap. So it's a complete block there, but I don't think it was. I don't think it's how to say. I think that she could have actually tied it up, complicate this, maybe block it later, and then join the road, take away the points from the road. I think that would have been a stronger option. Score-wise, it's still relatively the same though. As long as YK closes this, it's still a very close game because we are saying that this most probably is going to counter this, and this most probably going to make up for whatever deficit YKit has. But now Neutrals has two stuck meeple instead of one, right? So YKit is definitely in a more favorable position. So what is gone? What is done? Let's see. So the vanilla cap has only left one. We know that the left hand dagger I think still got two. Yeah, there's still two more of that. T junction cap still got two. Vertical splitter still got one. Dorito tiles still got quite a lot actually. 4 more with a splitter, so 5 more. So this is most probably gonna close. Uh, monastery, there is still quite a number of monasteries. Oh, this is relatively, but then there's still Dorito as well, so maybe not too bad yet. So most probably going here just to complete the city, get back a meeple, and to sort of equal up the points. T junction. Neutrals is definitely in a meeple deficit. He might just decide to go for a 2-point here. This is most probably the safest part of the 2 points. Or maybe a 2 points here. Nah, this does not really matter. This, yeah, so 2 points like this. No, I'm a bit on the fence about that because this actually prepares a monastery spot. The 2 road monastery is not out yet, so maybe Neutrals is aiming to get it for himself. That could work. But I think as ykit, right, given that you have more meeples right now, do you just take up the spot? It's very hard to say. Like this is a high variance play whereby it depends who gets the road monastery to get more advantage out of it. If Neutrals get the road monastery, I think he benefits quite a lot of it still because there's only 2 tiles away from completion. But if ykit gets the road monastery, he has the meeple to use it. Right. Ooh, I don't like that. I exceedingly do not like that because it prevents a blocking, a defensive play, and also it's very easily to block out. We know that the right hand dagger is already gone, but it works out right now because ykit has the farm invasion done. All right. So, but the farm itself is worth what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 points. So okay lah, maybe still okay. So Neutrals cannot actually even complete the invasion, right? To complete the block yet. So I don't like this move because it you could have defended with something more easily if you don't have anything here, right? So maybe what he needed to do was maybe just to put the thing here instead. Yeah, that would have actually been better, right? You put it here instead. Actually, no, because this one was not there yet. So okay, so I get his move then. But was it that urgent? Yeah, it might be a very urgent actually to do that because a road would have actually just eliminated the last. But then why there? Because there is actually another better spot here, right? Which gives you 6 points even if you do not join in, right? So this may be unnecessarily risky, right? So yeah. And I think if you're ykit, right, it might still be okay if let's say neutrals take this farm and then you go and take this farm instead. It might still be okay actually because of your meeple advantage. Neutral has a triple city. He does not actually have anything good to use with that. He's running out of time though. So okay, farm invasion. This is the issue, right? This is the issue with the game right now, and this is why I also do not like this move because anytime anything goes here, this one most probably is going to be blocked. But then there is still two left-hand dagger, if we recall correctly, so it's still okay. And I think was that too premature? Was this too urgent? Was this necessary? I don't like this. I never like this sort of move because uh, invasion is possible again from here, you know. So I actually think that it might be better to just extend your city, but then it would have actually been attacked. Oh, maybe no, extending your city to the left also would not work. Oh, maybe it would work because the towns are still there. We know that there is still two T junction cap and also two more daggers, left hand daggers. So moving it to the left would have been safe because there is still four more tiles enabling the closure of the city. The problem here is that, right, is that I don't like Neutral's attempt to invade the city because he does not have the meeple to do so right now. Because he is most likely not able to outmaneuver ykit if ykit was to reinvade the city of Peel again. But then there is actually not that much spot for reinvasion after this move. Right, so yeah, so maybe the central city is most probably going to be tight. But then if it's tight, then neutrals just sort of use one meeple to tie for another meeple, right? So he desperately needs this meeple back, which he still did not get. And I think if you're neutrals right now, this is actually a very bad idea because there is only one more vanilla, which can actually comfortably close here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's only one more vanilla and one more splitter. Right, because nothing else can actually fit there. All the vertical splitter are out. We're talking about the left-right splitter. I don't know, this splitter. Where is it? This splitter, right. So this is not a good idea at all. Or maybe he does need to do that just to sort of save his meeple. Okay, we have this tile, and I think as ykit, he goes for the 3 points, but I think there's a 4-point move here, which might be better actually. But I think he's waiting for the splitter as well, just to sort of rescue a meeple. A curve road for neutrals. Going here is actually pretty strong. Yeah, going here is actually very good, right? Because the idea is that you don't want this guy to be splitted out. So a missed move there, I think going here would have been key because you don't want ykit to be able to get back a meeple. And if he gets back a meeple, he's mostly going to drop a farm because here is the only other way to actually drop the farm, right, in this scenario. So it's actually easy for him to actually invade the farm after just dropping it over there. Right, so now the attack starts from over here, and neutrals get the last vanilla tile. So he just barely saved this on time. Let's just readjust this. So we have a road monastery, which now ykit cannot really use. Okay. Actually, no, ykit can go here, right? No, he goes here instead. Yeah, still relatively safe. Actually, safer than this move. We have a straight road. Again, this is still a very, very okay move. Just to drop a farm right now also is pretty okay. So who is ahead right now in this game? 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 0, 0. So neutral is up by 2 points. On the board, they're actually tied right now. No, sorry. 0, 1, 2. 8 points. So neutrals is up by, it's another plus 8 here. So neutrals is up by around 6 points. But he needs to get more than that because he cannot afford a tie. If he drop a farmer here, then it's tight. Right now it's a tight situation. Ykit might need to take the city cap here because otherwise it's going to be a 7-point move for neutrals. Let's double check again the counting. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2 plus 2 points. 2 plus 2, so 6 plus 2, so 8 points. 8 points, yeah, 6 points ahead. 6 points ahead. This is just a 1-point move. 6 points ahead, this cancel out. So this is 1 point. So ykit is actually 1 point ahead right now, which is why this is so crucial because if neutrals was to take this right now, he's going to be so far ahead. All right, so ykit is still 1 point ahead in this game. So it's still very much a tossed up. This can still come back though, right? 1, 2, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's still 3 more tiles which fits here. So ykit would at the very least have a meeple back. So it's actually pretty bad right now for neutrals. What can he do in this scenario? I think what ykit should do is just to maybe get this meeple back first, and then if he wants to, he can attempt to reinvade here. But he might not even need to do the invasion though, because he has a meeple advantage right now. I think he is in better spot than neutrals in this game right now. So a straight road. He could attempt to make like an invasion platform for the center farm, but the only problem with that is that neutrals is the next player, right? So neutrals will be able to use that spot first. So it's a 1 point difference right just now. So this becomes 1 point extra for neutrals. Do you drop your last farmer? Do you drop your last meeple? You can drop your meeple here right now. So he goes for this move, which is 6 points. No, he decides not to drop it. So 1 point still for neutrals. And he took away one of the key tiles to get back this meeple. And now he's going to go here. So it's going to be 0 points again. But then now ykit has a meeple advantage. Is that still a field road Dorito? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's still one more field Dorito. We have a T junction. And it's tight right just now. So I think going here would be relatively okay. You get 6 points. So 6 points I have for ykit. Double check again the point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, I forgot this one. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3 for neutral, so 9 points. Yeah, tight scenario right now. Very close game. So it's 3 point extra for ykit. Still got one extra meeple. Ykit is still in a very, very comfortable spot. 3 points. So ykit took out a monastery spot, which is also very key. 3 points. So we know there's like one more curve. One more curve, I think. 1, 2. Ooh, there's a lot of monasteries, no? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's two more monasteries. Ooh, ykit is gonna get a lot of points after this. So ykit is 3 points ahead. And neutrals most probably have to close this for the point gain. Is there still caps available? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Might have one or two more left here. So we're talking about two monasteries, if I'm not counting wrongly. Two monasteries, one curve, I think, and maybe two more caps. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, one monastery. Sorry. So okay, so this means that ykit is 9 points ahead right now. So most probably it's going to be ykit's game, unless neutrals go all in for this, which I think he has to. I think there's only one more cap left. If I count, yeah, I think he has to go for it. You have to meeple it. You have to meeple it. Because he's 9 point behind right now. So if he meeples this, he's going to be 6 point behind. But then there's still two monasteries, right? So, no, one monastery, sorry. I think there's two caps, one monastery and one curve rule. Okay, so while the cap is out, it's not blockable. It is not able to be used to block. So ykit most probably is going to take a few more points off this. So ykit is 9 points right now. He can get most probably another 2 points. 9 points right now. 9 points right now. So monastery and curve road, right? And also this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's a monastery. And is it a curve road? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it's not. It's not a curve road. What is the last tile? It's a triple city with a road. It's a triple city with a road. No, it's not a triple city. It's a splitter. So neutrals gets this. So it's 9, so 11 points. But this is 8 plus 3, so 11 points. So it's tight. Ykit has the last tile. No. Neutrals has the last tile. But Ykit ran out of time. So, so technically, we should count it as like a win for ykit, for neutrals actually. So it's 5 points, but neutrals most probably will not. Ooh, neutrals can get another 5 points as well, right? So it's going to be a tight scenario, but ykit is most probably losing this because of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So it's a 5-point move for. So it's a tight. I think it's a tight scenario, but ykit lose due to time. No, what am I talking about? It's not even possible to go here. No, it's not a tight position. It's not a tight position. So there's only 3 points. There's only 3 points. So ykit wins by 2, but he lost by time. No, 3 points. Okay. Yeah, so we are counting it a 1 point there for neutrals instead. Ykit lost by time, 30 seconds. So it was actually a pretty much a coin flip here for this monastery towards the last tile there. So nice job there for neutrals attempting to actually close this. Yeah, that's the thing also. You need to be aware that the time is still going on or what. So I don't know whether there's like a skip or what's up for the time, because apparently a few weeks ago there was a game whereby the time just skipped forward so much, even though there was like like how to say, it was like around 30 seconds left, and then after that the turn ended, it skipped to around 10 seconds left for one of the players. So let's go to the second game. Should be starting soon. So we have ykit up by, oh no, neutrals up by 1 point. 1-2, one in the best of 3. But then the thing is, right, like very very key observation there from neutrals to know that he needs the score to be able to make it, to be able to catch back up. So I definitely miscounted. This was the miscounted a bit. I know that there was 2 more tiles for caps. This was 1 and this was 1. Oh no, this was 1. I didn't realize that there was another Builderito. So let's go to the second match. It has already started. Started by a bit. So ykit is the starting player this time, so pretty balanced so far. So what do you do as ykit with this tile? Okay, he decided to actually put it upwards, which is actually correct because, so now here, right, you're going to block these 2 together with this 1 spot. Right, so sacrificing 2, it's still, even though it's like complicating the whole thing, and these 2 most probably not going to come back already, but it's still a lot of points for neutrals though, if ykit decides to do that. Right. The reason why ykit goes with this, right, is because if let's say neutrals get a cap with the end of the road, like a T-junction, he can immediately get another 2 points. So proper orientation there for ykit. Proper move as well here. So the city is most probably not able to close already at this point. So ykit, no, neutrals will most probably be playing with 1 less meeple for the rest of the game. Neutrals cannot even use this effectively. He has to drop it on one of his city sites, or he can end the road, but that's not really a preferred scenario. What do you do as ykit? Here is, it might be very uncomfortable to do this move because a straight road here would be devastating, whereby this guy will also be dragged into this spot. So he decides to maybe start another loop road, which I do agree with. Neutrals has a triple city right now, so he most probably has to build around this first and maybe use this as the last spot. Nah, this one does not work, right? This is actually very risky because I think in ykit mind, he wants to actually trap these 2 to this 1. So this does allow him to do that actually. So it's not that ideal at all to do this move. And why? That does not benefit much. And I think ykit can just maybe go here. This would be pretty safe actually. Securing this. Yeah. This city is still active actually. Is that a waste? Yeah, that's a waste of a tile, right? That's definitely a waste of the tile because, yeah, yeah, you would have had a better spot just to close this. Like now, you do it now, so you don't need to actually waste this here, So yeah, so wasted tile, wasted tile. Because ykit could have actually benefited from the monastery to get a few more points, but now that he didn't even meeple this, he used it as a blocking device, so he will definitely going to be losing out on a few points, basically. Yeah, exactly. This is what I was referring to. So what ykit can do is to sort of leverage his meeple advantage, and maybe like even close this. It's not too bad to close this and close this. Like if he has a vertical splitter, he can close it, or he can just make it complicated for neutrals to continue to close it. And the worst thing neutrals can do right now is to that is still okay. Yeah, that's still okay actually. I was about to say that the worst thing which neutrals can do right now is to actually close his own stuff, because you want this city to be open. You already have a 2v1 in that city. You want to be able to throw whatever tiles you cannot use to that city, right? Who's watching anyway? Who is this watching the stream? Do let me know. So ykit has dagger tile, most probably going here, meepling the city. That's still relatively safe. Or yeah, I think that's still relatively safe. Yes. because we know that triple city most probably neutrals wants to get it, right? So neutrals managed to save his road from being invaded or from being complicated. We have a curve road right now for ykit. Could be good just to do something like this to irritate his opponent. Could also be good just to sort of extend his own roads. Because this move actually, it's not as strong as it could be. What do you do as neutrals now? Yeah, you do something like that, I think it's still okay. And then you put ykit into a situation whereby he has to consider whether he wants to share, but if he shares, right, then he's ending the road for neutrals. Oh, fairness. Okay, all right. So neutrals get a city cap. Okay, now this spot becomes a bit sensitive. Ykit has okay now it's not necessarily sensitive anymore because Ykit, if he close here, will most probably be preventing any blocking spot over here. I think though that he might want to close this first and just maybe like leave this a bit, yeah, leave this a bit to maybe like a starting tile because, but then there's still a lot of starting tile, right? There's still 2 more starting tiles, so it's not too bad yet. And I think as neutrals, yes, this I think is the preferred move. The other move which he could have done is going here, but it's actually not that good because it could be attacked more easily from this side than this side. Even though the amount of tiles are the same, but at least it's actually setting up for a block, right? So, okay, so Waikiki decides to close the city. And as neutrals, I think right now, if you're neutrals, you might still, oh, I don't like that. I was thinking maybe it's better to go here instead. Because again, there's still like, but then it's also somewhat secured already at this point. It's actually very difficult to attack that city, that road at this point in time. So it's not too bad. So we have a block road for ykits. Oh yeah, what am I talking about? This is what happened early on. All right. So let's check the tiles very quickly. What tiles are already out? Left, right. So both daggers are out. 1 tiles for both daggers are out. We still got 2 more for each, basically 2 more starting tile and 1 more T-junction with a cap. Vanilla tiles, there is 2 more as well, so a lot of 2s here. Splitter vertical, also 2 more as well. No, 1 more, sorry. Okay, so wasted, right? Sort of wasted because you don't want to use this as a rune tile. You could actually just extend one of your city, so yeah, this does not actually work. It seemed like you might think that it works, but it does not really work. Because ideally for neutrals right now, he wants to get um, a monastery to close this. Right, and then he has no. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about this yet, actually, because the chance of it being blocked out is actually relatively low. Because we're talking about either a Dorito, which 3 of them is already out, or a Vanilla Cap, which 4 of them is already out. No, all of them is already out. So it's actually relatively safe. The only thing which can block you is actually a Dorito tile. Right. So he's still very fortunate to be able to get a cap. So he closes this first, which I think is a mistake because this is already a road tile, So yeah. And if you see right, if no, hold on, no, this is ykit, sorry. So it's in a better position right now. ykit is definitely in a better position right now still. Left hand dagger still got 2, so it's not a full block. To be frank, if you do something like this, you have to follow it up, right? You have to follow it up with like another attack to ensure the block. Otherwise, it's really quite weak of a move because it's not a full block, right? You just wasted another Mona tile. Yeah, you should meeple the other city. And I think right now what Waiki can do very comfortably because of these 2 stuck meeples, right, is that he can just run away with this field. he can run away with this field right now, right? He can drop another farmer after that. So he does not want to close this road. He wants to be able to benefit from this road. Otherwise, the other thing which he can do is to take up this farm first. That's actually relatively safe because he can also go here instead later. And no, but then if yeah, I think it's actually pretty good. Just consolidate your farm. No, why? Why? Oh, okay. I think consolidating the farm would have been stronger. Because if you were to win the farm, even if Neutrals gets the monastery, it should still be okay for you. Right. And now you don't really have another nice spot to put a farmer down. Oh, okay, good timing here. Ykit is still ahead, despite all this. But right now, what Neutrals can do is maybe to drop a farm here, and then after that, hope to get a monastery and invade the farm itself. So there's so much value in this sequence of moves, right? Whereby Ykit could have very easily prevented that from happening, either by dropping a second farmer here when he closes the farm, or by free farming here as well. Just to ensure that he wins this farm. Because I think if Ykit gets this, he most probably wins the game, actually. Because the other thing about this farm is that it could be a scenario whereby you can just keep throwing city caps here and then just keep scoring off there. Because a two-farm field is actually very hard to invade, especially in a situation whereby you have the meeple deficit. So Neutrals go ahead with this move right now. You see? So now the farm itself is being threatened, and unfortunately there is no other way to reinvade it. Right. So Neutrals now has a very, very strong move, going here with the monastery, invading the farm, and also getting back his meeple, and also scoring another 9 points. So that is such a strong move right now from Neutrals. And the thing is, only Neutrals will do this, right? Because if Ykit gets the monastery, I don't think he will do this move, because it's too much value for Neutrals. For the 9 points, it's too much value for Neutrals. So he decides to go for the loop road. And as Neutrals, most probably will just extend your city even more. Right, so Neutrals is playing this very, very well, despite the meeple disadvantage. And then I think key mistake there from Ykit to not actually attempt a farm invasion, or just to sort of consolidate his spot for the farm. Now, I don't think Ykit will go here. Will he go here? I don't think he will go there. I don't know. It's 9 points though, right? But I don't think he will go there. He might consider to drop another farmer over here, but I don't think it's wise, because the larger farm is on the left right now, and if you want to sort of go for farm, you might just want to go to fight for the larger farm and use all your resources there instead. He could do something like this, like drop a monastery here and then drop a farmer. No, but then it could be blocked off with a road. No, that does not work. So what are the point scenario? Yeah, I was thinking most probably he'll drop it here. He cannot meeple this. He should not meeple this. Because the idea is that when he gets a loop, he can actually drop another farmer instead. Even though the small farm itself is not ideal. But that's at least like an option. He can close this also first. And then maybe after that, if he gets back a meeple here already, he can drop a farm here instead to get the 6 points, while getting back another meeple. So there's a lot of momentums in those sequence of moves as well. So let's count the points very quickly, if I have the chance to. So we have to assume that these two farms are joined, right? No, actually no. We cannot assume that, because there's still only one more road monastery left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1, 5 plus 1, 6, 7 plus 2, 7 plus 2, 8, 9. Minus 2, so 9, 8, 7, 6 plus 1, 5. No, 6 plus 1. So it's 6, 19 points difference. So I think it's around like 43 to 41. So ykit is definitely still ahead, but it all comes down to this monastery, I think. Might have counted wrongly, but rough estimate seems to be still a very fair game right now, with ykit having one more meeple, I think, than neutrals. ykit again, time concern for sure. So 15 tiles left with 4 minutes is still kind of okay, but I think the straightforward move is just this. Now he's thinking whether he wants to drop a farm. He decides not to, which is also still okay because he actually no, I think he should have. No, he maybe does not need to yet because neutrals most probably will not use his final farmer until this is joined in, right? So I think the idea here is once this is joined in, then YK can even just drop a farmer right now here with this. I was thinking like he could just wait for this to happen and then after that only drop a farmer here to at least reduce the pain from losing this farm and also not getting the monastery itself. But I think if YK gets the monastery, I think it's most probably GG. What tiles are left? I was not even keeping track of it. 2, 3, 4. So there's one more road to Rito. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one of each Doritos, Triple City. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, a lot of Triple City. 4 Triple Cities and 2 road Doritos. 2 Doritos. So that's 5 for the tiles. YK gets the last monastery. So I think it is very difficult right now for neutrals to come back. I think he's most probably going to go here and just meeple the monastery and then wait for a loop. I think, yeah, I think this sequence, no. Okay, so neutrals will have actually gotten the loop instead. But I think it's okay just to sort of like, just sort of go for that. Right, so yeah, so most probably right now, okay, so neutrals realized the situation. He realized that he needs to reinvade another way. So still a relatively fair game actually right now, which is why I don't like this. Okay, now he can go here, right? I think it would have been better just to meeple the monastery actually, because neutrals will give you back a meeple, and he most likely won't be able to do this yet, right? If he goes for this, then you get the 4 points right after this move, right? So because you most probably have to realize that neutrals will need the road to be able to do the invasion. So he's most likely having to put up this move instead. Right, so T-junction with a cap is all out. We have, what else? We have starting tile, 1, 2, 3, 4, all out. So he completes the road invasion. The field invasion, sorry. So it's still not too bad yet for neutrals though, given the scenario. And I think so now neutrals has to, no, actually the field itself over here is actually still not that valuable yet actually. You know what? Like someone can go here. So this is wrong, right? This is bad. Because I was thinking someone could have gone here with a curved road to drop like a field. It has to be here though. Right? So maybe not, because it could be blocked out. But no, it's still okay. It's still relatively okay. You drop a field here, and then you wait for this tile, right? It's still pretty okay because if you don't even get the entry, you at least get 6 points still. So this would have been a better move than going for this field, because it gives the same amount, but at least this one has the option to invade the main farm, the bigger farm here. So we have another dagger here, most probably dropping on his own farm, but is this ideal? That's the question. Right, there's no, this is not ideal, right? Why do you put it this way? Because you want to be able to benefit from other fields, from other city, right? So do here, and drop the meeple here is not too bad. Right, now you do not have the chance to actually even close that. Right. Oh, but then there might not even be the chance to the opportunity to do that anymore. Oh, did I miscounted the? No, there's still a lot of triple city, right? Oh, all of them are triple city. Okay, all the remaining tiles are triple city. Okay. All the remaining tiles are triple city. So neutrals can no longer do a farm invasion, I think, because all of them are triple city. Or maybe not. Maybe there's still one more. But then the farm invasion is not possible because there's no tile which fits here. Right. I don't think it's enough. I didn't count. I didn't follow up the counting, but it might still be pretty close actually. might still be pretty close. So these two cancel out. This one is 6 points, right? 6 points. So we cancel 四五六2分2分 so 4分. So 4 point there minus by 1, so 1 point extra. 1 point extra. 1 point extra. And whatever here. So I think neutrals, actually I think ykit got this. I think the point difference is too big already because this one most probably is not 30 points, right? So definitely ykit most probably win this with maybe a 5 to 10 points margin, I think. It's most probably not going to be too close. Oh, it's 13 point margin. Okay. So we're going to go to a third game. It's 1-1 right now. So pretty interesting endgame situation there. You can see how like this scenario here is actually a lot more beneficial for ykit than for neutrals. And I think as neutrals, yeah, this move was definitely still possible, right? So that's why I think all of it comes down to whether he gets the 9 points here or not, right? But there is like definitely some mistakes, I would say, because this will most probably do not have to happen. Ykit definitely has the meeple advantage to just ensure that he wins this farm outright. And I think if he wins the farm outright, I don't think neutrals has a way to even come back. But then Ykit still won the game, so the risk here was that if neutrals can actually reinvade 2v1ing the farm, then it's an entirely different story, right? But if ykit has a second farmer down there, then he basically assured that that farm is his for the rest of the game. All right, so he could have just dropped the caps on the farm and it should still be okay. Right, so let's go to the next game. I can just click on this, right? Let's click on this, open a tab, and then we can go back to the tournament page and we can go and see this. So final game, none of them has joined up yet. So ykit is definitely having a bit of a time issue. I think he needs to be more aware of the time. Neutrals is using a lot lesser time, but then I think as neutrals, right, maybe one of the mistake was just this. He could have actually just like close here first, close here. Then if he gets like a triple city, he can still actually just give back the meeple and just aim to close this big city. That could have been an option. Because in this scenario whereby you're sacrificing 2 meeples for 1 meeples, right? You might think that you're you're benefiting more from this mini battle, but not really. If it's a 1-to-1 tie, it's still okay, but 2-to-1 tie is not ideal at all. Yeah, which is why like I really did not like this move here just now. Because there's too much variance to the move. Whereby actually no like maybe not so it might have been okay actually because it prevented the attempt to join, right? So let's say if let's say ykit gets a city cap with a road, then he could have just meeple this to take away this. So this role is actually to prevent that from happening, but ended up it complicate things more than necessary, right? So there are like the triple city tile and also the quadruple tile could have actually completed this scenario. Even the Dorito tile would have also completed this scenario actually. So kind of unfortunate for neutrals in that sort of sequence. So ykit has not joined the game yet for game 3. players, a bit concerned that will start without the players. Ykit definitely had to join soon. Yeah, Ykit has to join soon. So a bit concerned. Okay, there it goes. All right, so let's go. Third game, neutrals as a starting play again, so it's relatively fair how the whole sequence goes around. And now I think yeah, as a how to say, with a Dorito tile, it is, you can't really choose where you want to go with it. So you have to choose a direction. And I think as ykit, maybe just go here, take the city cap would be strong, yes. Ooh, I actually don't like this. I don't like this sort of sequence of moves because now ykit can go here. Actually, no. He decides to go with this. The reason why I don't like this sequence of moves is because I think it might be better just to loop around for 4 points instead of attempting this. And I think as neutrals, you just go ahead with that because otherwise you might get trapped to a dagger position, which is not going to be comfortable at all. And I think as why can't you just go here, right? Because 2 of the dagger is really out, so you can force it into a 50-50 for this city. Right, so it's pretty okay. So he goes with no. Why would you want to invade this? No, 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 no. You just gave it away a point. Nah, this is not good. Right. Nah, I don't like that. And the thing is, right, regarding this move is that you cannot invade with a Dorito because there's another spot for another invasion. Right. So I think it's a mistake. Curve road. And now you see it's a bit of a complicated situation. He's aiming to tie this up, but it's not going to be nice. It's not going to be easy. And now if he goes here, neutrals can reinvade, which is not good, right? Which is why I prefer this move, force this into a dagger position, and then neutrals has to actually wait for this piece before he can actually even cap this. Otherwise, if he cap it first, then the attack will begin, right? So, yeah. So he cannot even defend against this spot. He's stuck to a T-junction now. And now I think you use this for here, right? Otherwise, this becomes redundant. But then if you go like this, the splitter tile could be very devastating as well. So you're basically also giving it into a 50-50 scenario. Which is why I don't like this because, yeah, because if a splitter happens now, it's going to be bad for ykit. I think ykit has to sort of gain some value out of this stuck road. Or maybe he's thinking of doing this and then preventing a splitter move. That will also be okay. Yeah, he's going for this. Setting up a block here, preventing a splitter move here. No. Actually, no, there's actually no other spot for this also. So it's understandable that he does this sort of moves. I think it might be better also for neutrals just to prevent the blocking. Because the reason behind it is that if ykit gets a splitter immediately before him, right, then this city is most probably ykit's, right? So, but now ykit has no urgency to close this, right? Because this is tying 2 of neutral's meeples down. And the other thing is that this can't even expand, but then he does not need this to expand because this guy can expand. But now there's a potential block for here, right? Which means that both sides may not even expand at all. So why neutrals decide to invade, which I don't think is correct. Ykit most probably has to close here right now. Actually, no, it's okay, it's okay. Invite the invasion, right? Invite the invasion. No, invite the invasion because you can actually trap 2 of neutral's meeples when he invades, right? So mistake there. Ykit should have actually just kill this off, right? That would have been better. Okay, now he's gonna kill it off as well, but yeah, because the thing about this is that if he goes here, then you just put the road here. Right, because 1, 2, there's only 1 or 3, all of them is already out. So the city is dead. Right. So neutrals will be again using 2 tiles to fight for a rune, which is not necessarily bad, but given that this tile might not come back if something like this happens, let's say neutrals was to, if this was Ykit's piece, he put something here, this is also stuck. And why didn't, oh yeah, this is already closed. Okay, so this is already stuck. So he did not need to actually even block this. Understandable. Oh, but then if that's the case, right, then just take the cap. Right, just take the cap, and then you can just insure the block. Right. So yeah. Oh, okay. YK is definitely in such a stronger spot right now. Neutrals has at least 2 meeples stuck at this point. Neutrals has a splitter. YK has a city extender, which again going here would be okay. Should just go here actually. Just make sure that this guy does not come back either. Right. Oops. So what tiles are left? Left tile. Don't meeple that. He has. Yeah, that's why missed opportunity. Now neutral is gonna close this. Missed opportunity, huge missed opportunity, and I think neutrals cannot meeple the. Oh no, no. No, neutral should have gone here first. No, I don't think this is strong enough. Yeah, this is the problem. This is not strong enough for this sort of stuff. Okay, so Wyke should have gone here. Sorry, it's not neutrals. Huh? Why? Why that move? He's afraid that he won't get another T junction after. I think I would have just thrown. I would have just gone here. I would give YK the 2 points because I don't want to lose these points because now YK can complete the invasion. Mistake there from neutrals for sure. You don't want like YK has so many meeples. One meeple will not make a difference. You know, so you give YK that extra 1 point. Secure this row. Mistake there from neutrals for sure. YK has this tile. So again, right, Wykit missed out an opportunity to block this road. Right, he did not, and neutrals almost, I mean, like, could have actually saved this, but did not. Go ahead for 2 points. I don't really know why. I know, like he's trying to prevent the loop, but then Mona spot is here, which is ideal for Wykit right now because he has so many meeples that he can just put the monastery down and just meeple the monastery. Wykit decides to build it this way, which is still okay. But neutrals can do something like this and then force it into. Actually, no, it's very difficult to force it because the right dagger is already out. But then there's still this thing, right? So it's not too bad yet. He can force it into like a starting tile though. That could actually be better because there's only 2 starting tile left. So what's going on here now? Despite everything which is happening, right? Neutrals is actually still in a very comfortable spot because of this city, right? Which he is most likely going to complete. And if he completes this, then Wykit is most probably behind by quite a bit. So I think as neutrals, you just secure it, right? No, actually no, it's actually not a good idea to secure it. Okay, yeah, threaten your opponent. Exactly. Exactly. So what this means is that you attack me, I attack you. You know, that sort of a scenario. And this is actually even very how to say even more devastating because there's no more road dagger left. You know, so this would have blocked out how to say Wykit's meeple very badly. Did I like that? I don't think I like that. I think I prefer maybe interrupting with this actually. But then there's a chance that this guy can get dragged into this city, which is not ideal at all. So we have a monastery right now, and I think Wykit has to take this monastery, right? Otherwise, he does not have enough points to do much. No. No, why not just take this spot? I think he's waiting for this guy. Right, but then this is 4 points, this is 6 points. He could build around here and then here, and then if he gets a monastery, he can just put here, drop the meeple again. You know, he can just maybe even like just give up on this one meeple. Yeah, now you see, now neutrals took the more ideal spot, right? So ykit is definitely in a very, very tough position right now. And I think as ykit, what do you do with this tile? Do you just go here? I think he has to go here. Why there? No, I think he has to address this issue here right now. Yeah, he has to sort of set up a block somehow. Even though most probably right now, if he goes here, neutrals will most probably defend it to force into a starting tile, which there is still 2 left, so it's not too bad. What does neutrals do in this case? Maybe just take the no, he cannot take here. Sorry. What does he do with this tile? He cannot do much actually with this tile. So let's closes that and drop a farm. Okay, that is okay. That's relatively okay. This is active. This is active, so it's actually pretty okay. YK is most probably going to drop a farm as well. No, I don't think he should drop a farm. I think he should take the road first. It is, yeah, he takes the road first, and then next turn only he takes the farm. Still not too bad. Neutrals most probably could not actually take another farm right now until he closes this too. Right. So okay, now neutrals close this. Next turn, Wykit has to drop a farm. But the question is, does he have the tile to do so? And he has a tile to do so. It is going to be very, very uncomfortable, but I think he has to forego the 3 points in order to take this farm first. He definitely has to forego the 3 points or the 2 points. He has to drop the farm right now because with neutral's amount of people, no, with neutral's amount of people, he's most probably going to farm the other side. He's going to farm the other side immediately. Okay, he takes that. So they're playing a chicken game again right now to see who actually does it first. Okay, Waiki cannot use this. He can close this here. And he should. And now neutrals should take this farm. If he gets a curve road, it will be the best. Okay, drop here. Take the farm. Take the farm. It's 12 points farm. Yes, exactly. Okay, good. At least neutral spotted that move. Which is why, right, I was like thinking you have to let go of the 3 points. You have to take the 9 points, potentially 12 points move, you know? Right, so now I think neutrals is in a very comfortable spot, given that he has almost the same amount of a monastery, and he has 2 farms, which is currently separated. You know, it's very difficult to join these 2 farms. So neutrals is very far ahead right now, even though Wykit has the meeple. And this is why what I'm saying about, you know, what I'm talking about, right? Like Wykit, you have so many meeples. Don't be afraid to drop a farm to take control of whatever huge item which is on the board. You might have to give away 3 points, but giving away 3 points, at least you're not giving away 12 points, you know, right? Or even 9 points, you know, you're still getting a 6 points net from it. You have to be able to sort of get sort of calculate, you know, which is the better move in that position. So Wykit is saying with this move that I don't care about your farm. I'm just going to try to outscore you, I guess, which is still possible. If let's say Wykit gets a field monastery, he can go here, drop another monastery, drop another meeple on the monastery. So that would work for him. And the other thing about this is that it's not necessarily too bad yet, because wait, is it possible? I don't think it's possible to invade either farm. Unless something like here, you drop a farmer and then you hope for this. But this has to come very, very late in the game. It cannot be done now because a straight road will basically just split out the farm entirely. So the thing here is that neutral, what Wykit can do is to invade one of the 2 farms as like one of the last things, using one of the last tiles in the game to invade one of the 2 farms. And I think as neutrals, what do you do? Do you go here to try to cancel out? No, you just loop around. Just loop around this to get back the meeple. Wykit gets another monastery, which is ideal. You should just take this spot right now. Don't worry about giving back neutrals a meeple. You need the points, you need the location for the points, and what you can get is like, let's say you can get like a monastery here, score these points, and then after that you get another monastery here, score another how many points from this monastery, and that's how you come back in this game from whatever farm deficit you have. Yeah, so he decides to go for it. Neutral's gotten that one instead. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Neutrals might decide to meeple that field on that monastery, and ykit has to do this now. He has to go for this. Otherwise, he will lose these two meeples. But does he? Maybe he does not need those meeples. No, I think it's still okay. He can rescue these meeples. Why? He can rescue these meeples and then maybe even drop a farm later. You know. So he's trying to get more points out of it. But this is already too. Okay, I guess I understand why, because he can still be attacked from this spot instead. So one of these two monastery is definitely going to be somewhat dead. Right. He can loop it upwards now. But in this position, ykit is still behind by quite a bit, I think. Yes. Ooh, there's a nice 6 points here. And as ykit, do you just drop a farmer right now? You can drop a farmer here and then anticipate closing it, I guess. I'm not counting tiles anymore, so I don't know what tiles are left. But you need a lot of high value moves to be able to win this. So, which is why I think then one of the ways to get like high value moves is just to build a farm and close the cities on the farm. But how many caps are there left? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So there's 4 more caps left. Actually, right, I don't think I like this move. Yeah, I don't think I like this move. Reason being that no, actually it's okay. It's okay, right? Yeah, it's okay because it's very difficult to invade already. So he's dropping a farm there. No, he's not even. What does that do? He didn't even meeple anything. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, so I think ykit is done for this game. He has to. No, that's not going to win him the game. I think neutrals most probably getting this. Still some value there, but the thing now is that he's even if he dropped the farm here, also it's kind of pointless. It's just a 3 point. Right, so yeah, it's very bad for ykit. So let's count a bit of points, I guess. I think it's still early for neutrals to put down a farmer. You don't need to put down a farmer now. Why? Because there's actually stuff which is more value than 3 points. You know, so just keep your meeple for now, and the next few turns you keep dropping farms. You keep dropping farms. And as ykit, do you go here? Yeah, I should go here, right? And then maybe that's why, like, if you have a farm already, right? I don't know. I don't think this sort of moves are enough for him to win the game, though. So now he goes for a 3-point farm. Okay, but let's count a bit before we continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 2, 11, 12 plus 1, 12 plus 1. So, oops, 12 plus 1, 11, 10. Yeah, that's getting blocked. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm losing count, but I'm pretty sure ykit has no chance to come back. Especially with this, you see how desperation the desperation move is. ykit can still do something like this though. Actually, no. Is he able to come back? If he, yeah, he's going for it. He's going for it. But the road will ruin it immediately. I don't know whether he counted the tiles or not. Is there still a joining tile? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still a monastery. 1, 2, no, 4, 5, 6. No. One, two, three, four, five. So there's no tile to join. YK did not count, so he gave up basically. Not to say he gave up, but it's not likely to happen now. It's not likely to work. Yeah, it's not possible to even. Yeah, like now you can do it if you want to, But oh no, that tile works. That tile works. Wow. Okay. Mistake from my side. Okay. Okay, but will it be enough? It's very hard to say right now. It's very hard to say. It's very hard to say. It's very close. Cancel out. Cancel out. I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. I think it is. Oops. Yeah. Why could neutrals win that? Am I okay? Yeah. So the game is over. Congratulations to neutrals for winning the game. Yes. That's why. that's why. That's why you needed to take the farm. You needed to take the farm immediately before he gets the meeple back. No, once he gets the meeple back, the farm invasion has to happen because you know exactly that with his meeples at that point in time, he will invade the farm immediately. He will take the farm immediately, right? So yeah, so that's why. And the thing is, right, Wygate has so many meeples. You also had a lot of meeple. Okay, so yeah, so congratulations to neutrals for winning 2-1. Oh, I think yeah, Wygate has to play faster though. Yeah, not too bad for neutrals taking the win. First time lost on time. Oh yeah, I think he lost on time versus Mr. One from Taiwan. Yeah, so I guess Ernest, if you're still watching this, thank you for watching. Hopefully, some insights also to the gameplay and so on. So I'm just going to end the stream now.